What's it, YouTube? NCUG here. It's been a while. We've been going through some changes, so it is about time that we got back at it with a couple of deck profiles, openings, the whole 9 yards. So from this point on, we will be bringing you more consistent videos and showing you what we've got, especially with Cybernetic Horizon coming out just over a week away, and I believe it is sneak peek this week. So, you know, go pick up what you want from your Cybernetic Horizon. There's a lot of cool cards in there, especially the new TCG art type of Dangers. But without further ado, I thought our first step back will be Dinos. Now, Dinos did really, really well at Euros, kind of caught a few people off by surprise. And the best thing about Dinos is they can actually be treated as an engine. They are very, very versatile. You've got the Shadow version, you've got the Pure version. There was even a Paleo version in the top cut, I believe, on stream. And then, of course, you've got Pure as well. There's a True King version. So there's a lot you can do with it. And the reason they're so good is they don't worry about winning or losing a dice roll. They can operate going both first and second. This build is designed to go second, so you don't worry about that dice roll. You win it, you go second. You lose it, you go second. And at this point around Worlds, Euro, sorry, most people were expecting like Mech Knights. So they go, all right, they're playing Mech Knights, I'll spread out my columns. And then you should go Dinos, you got OTK, and finish them off. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to take you through the main deck and we'll show you what we've got. So we start off with Triple Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, the boss monster, probably one of the best boss monsters around. The fact that it can destroy any monster in your hand or on field, and then Book of Moon the entire board, or your opponent's side of the board, is also important. The fact it's a 3200 defender and a 3500 beta just makes it insanely powerful. Then on top of that, you've got the attack, burn for 1000, and then send the card to the graveyard, so it gets past all those little niggly destruction effects. Soul Eating Overraptor, this is your searcher of the deck. This gets you pretty much everything you want. It's your searcher of Foolish Burial, and that kind of combos off nicely with Overtext, because then on top of that, that gets you into your double evolution pill. We've then got 2 Baby Ceresaurus. Now this is both used off of Destruction through Ultimate Conductor, but we do play the Lost Worlds ability as well. So the Lost World ability lets you destroy a monster in deck instead. So you'll destroy Baby and then get the effect off of that. We've then got the 1 Overtext. Now, this you usually send to search out your pill, but if you've already got the pill in hand, this can be a nice protective option, because this does, so what this does in comparison to Ultimate Conductor is you destroy a Dino monster and you get to negate a spell or trap activation. Then if it's sent to the graveyard, you get a pill. So if you want to be a bit more defensive and you think your opponent is playing more heavy back row, go with Overtext, because then you'll get the pill later on to use for your Ultimate Conductor. We've then got the Run Rex. In the Pure version 2, in my personal opinion, is too bricky. You kind of want this in graveyards, so when you activate Pill, you're only really banishing 1 card. This comes back, and ideally you've got a couple of combos there. If you're not going to the miscellaneous effect to go into your high-speed Roy Shambara and going in for game, you can go Overraptor, send Rex if you've already got an Ultimate Conductor in hand or your Pill, activate the Pill, banish the Rex, Rex come back. You overlay Rex and Overraptor into Alagia, and then you've kind of got a Solemn Judgment on legs. The 1 Miscellaneous Saurus and the 1 Brick. Now, Dracaelio does Brick. You'd never want to open this guy. You want it in your deck. You want your Miscellaneous to the graveyard. Banish your Miscellaneous, bring back your Dracaelio, and then you're going into Trish or a high-speed Roy Shambara for game. Then onto the hand traps. Now the hand traps all comes down to your personal preference. I've got a weird ratio going right now, and that is 2 Crow, 2 Veiler, and the one I've just chucked on the floor, when I get it, there we go, is 2 Droll on Lockbird, and then 2 Ash Blossoms. Now, the DD Crow are kind of the odd ones out. You can easily take the DD Crow out, and I would advise go for a 3rd Ash and a 3rd Droll, and then your DD Crow you would side in. Not many people will kind of rate DD Crow, but the fact at this moment in time is it's banish any card. You can slow down your Sky Strikers. If you're coming up against the odd Spiral matchup, you take out their Quick Fix, they're in trouble. You can pretty much hit anything you want. Gokis, if they activate Rematch, they have to bring back 2, so you hit their other one, and they're kind of in a bit of a pickle. Or you hit the Blade, and the Blade fizzles. I've then got the Kaiju engines. Because we're going second, we want to be able to break boards as quickly as we can. So a Tri-Gate, you get rid of a Tri-Gate, and then you can just nuke the board, and off you go. Because you kind of stop co-linking everything as well. So Kaijus are very, very important. Obviously, +1 being a Dino as well gives you that extra boost off of the field spell. Triple pill, we're going second. We either want to see this in our hand or have the ability to get it. Now, the biggest issue is Ash does hit it. We do play 2 Called by the Grave, but I'll explain why we only play 2 when we get there. Triple fossil dig, your Ash beta before you go into the pill as well sometimes can help, because if they Ash this isn't a hard once per turn. So you've got this, and then you've got obviously your Overraptor that you can play off as well. We've got triple Lost World and 2 Terraformings. Lost World is incredibly powerful. Give your opponent a token. They can't target your cards with card effects while they control a token. Obviously the biggest issue right now is Link Karibo, so you can use that token to link off. So if you're not going to go for game by attacking the token and destroying with Lost World instead, you go in the defensive, you get rid of the token, either using your Overraptor, Reviver, Dino or anything like that. And then on top of that, what I really love about Lost World is a little tech in the extra deck which works out massively well and can cause so many issues. We've then got 2 Called by the Grave. If you want to triple up Called by the Grave, I would take out the Terraforming. This just guarantees that your plays are going to come off. You want your pill to resolve, so you want to make it as consistent as you possibly can. So mainly 2 Called by the Grave, if not 3, can really help your board go off without a hitch. We've then got 2 Twin Twister. These are just like for your reincarnation plays. If your opponent reincarnates you, you activate Twin Twister to force them to activate the second reincarnation. Or of course you take out their field spell. This just gives you a quick play ability that can also get a Dino engraved. If you need a Dino engraved and you don't want it banished off of stuff like reincarnation, this can really help kind of speed your plays out. And then of course got the 1 Dark Hole because it can blow up a baby if you hard draw it. And then of course the 1 Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. You're searching for a Kaiju should you need it, but of course you'll board wipe into 2 Kaijus should you want that. Now onto the extra deck. So the links are very light in this one. We've got the 1 Nightmare Mermaid. This is just in case you get ibbed, because ib can really cause you so many issues. The 1 Underclock Taker wins you games. The 1 Nightmare Phoenix, because you want to be dealing with back row. Dinos do not like back row during the battle phase, so going into a Phoenix can be very helpful to deal with the back row first, and then you can get graveyard effects off should you need it. The 1 Borrelo Dragon, so this is just your boss monster. This can either be a link 3 or any other link 4 you want. I prefer Borrelo because it can also help you during the damage step and by reducing an opponent's monster by 500. Sometimes you won't need it, but it can protect your ultimate conductor. If they go, right, I'm going to put everything I need into it to get past your conductor during the battle phase, I'm going to attack your conductor, you've already used its effect, you can't use it during the battle phase, you go, effect, chain, reduce it by 500, off you go. Or of course it protects your dinos from Mirror Forces, because you can attack with, if I believe is right, you attack with your ultimate conductor, chain Borreload's effect to reduce your ultimate conductor by 500, and then your attack still goes through. I believe, I could be a little bit wrong on that one. For our synchros, of course, we've got the High Speed Roy Chambara for game, and our Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Very rarely do you go into it, but it is there as a power play should you need it, because when you do go into Trish, you've pretty much won the game, you're clearing out their board. And then you've got a lot of rank 4 staples. You've got the Tornado Dragon, you've got your Cowboy because of these new time rules, you've got the Baguska, you've got your 1 Dolka, you've got your double Lagia, and then you've got some spicy little touches in this one. We've got the 1 number 27 Dreadnought, Dreadnoid. This then goes into Gustav Max because this can be like an alter ramp of your, like if you know time is close, go into the battle phase, destroy something by battle with this card, then go into Gustav Max during the main phase 2, and then if time gets called in main phase 2, you just go, fine, detach, burn. You've burnt your opponent for 2k, you've pretty much got game. And then the spicy tech that I love in this deck is number 103 Ragnar Zero. Not many people expect it, and under Lost World, everything is losing 500 except dinos. So the best thing about this is being a quick play. You activate its effect, detach, pop their monster, draw 1 card. You're already on a plus already. Then during their turn, they normal summon a monster that they get an effect off, but maybe they want to use it to link summon or anything like that. Again, you use Ragnar Zero's effect, pop, draw 1 card. Hopefully, you know, if you draw a hand trap, happy blooming days. You then just slow your opponent down and disrupt them. They have to work around Ragnar Zero, which can always be their downfall or give them a lot more issues to deal with than they initially predict or expect to deal with. So that is it for the Dino deck profile. I know Joe has loads planned or lined up for you guys for the new set, Cybernetic Horizon. He's probably got some other decks that he's going to be throwing your way as well. If there are any decks that you particularly want to see, just let us know in the comments below. And of course, we will do our very best to get them recorded and up to you guys as soon as we can. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, guys, see ya.